Identifying a research problem. How do you write a statement of the problem section? The statement of the problem section includes the actual research problem as well as four other aspects. 1. The topic. 2. The research problem. 3. A justification of the importance of the problem as found in past research and practice. 4. The deficiencies in our existing knowledge about the problem. 5. The audiences that will benefit from a study of the problem. By identifying these 5 elements, you can easily understand introductions to research studies and write good introductions for your research reports. Topic. The opening sentences of a statement of the problem section need to encourage readers to continue reading, to generate interest in the study, and to provide an initial frame of reference for understanding the entire research topic. The research problem. After stating the topic in the opening discussion, you then narrow the topic to a specific research problem or issue. Recall that a research problem is an educational issue, concern, or controversy that the researcher investigates. Authors may present it as a single sentence or as a couple of short sentences. Also, authors may frame the problem as a deficiency in the literature, such as we know little about the factors that lead parents to be involved in their adolescent schooling. Deeslands and Bertrand, 2005. Justification of the importance of the problem. You also need to provide several reasons that explain why this issue is important. Justifying a research problem means presenting reasons for the importance of studying the issue or concern. You can justify the importance of your problem by citing evidence from other researchers and experts as reported in the literature. Experiences others have had in the workplace. Personal experiences. Deficiencies in what we know. In the statement of the problem section, you next need to summarize how our present state of knowledge, both from research and from practice, is deficient. A deficiency in the evidence means that the past literature or practical experiences of the researchers does not adequately address the research problem. A deficiency in practice means that educators have not yet identified good and workable solutions for schools or other educational settings. As you summarize these deficiencies, identify 2 or 3 reasons why existing research and practice are deficient in addressing the research problem, and state these reasons toward the end of the introduction to the study. The audience. The audience in a statement of the problem section needs to be identified. It consists of individuals and groups who will read and potentially benefit from the information provided in your research study. These audiences will vary depending on the nature of your study, but several often considered by educators include researchers, practitioners, policy makers, and individuals participating in the studies. What are some strategies for writing the statement of the problem section? Writing the introduction or statement of the problem section as an opening passage in your research report sets the stage for readers to understand your project and appreciate the strong research orientation of your report. Several writing strategies can help you craft this section. A template. One strategy you can use as you write your statement of the problem section is to visualize this section as 5 paragraphs, with each paragraph addressing one of the 5 aspects of the section. Take sections in order beginning with the topic, the research problem, the justification, the deficiencies, and the audience. Other writing strategies. Another writing strategy is to use frequent references to the literature throughout this introductory passage. A third strategy is to provide references from statistical trends to support the importance of studying the research problem. Another writing strategy is to use quotes from participants in a study or from notes obtained from observing participants to begin your statement of the problem introduction. Key ideas in the chapter. Define a research problem and explain its importance. A research problem is an educational issue, concern, or controversy that the investigator presents and justifies in a research study. In a research report, the investigator introduces this problem in the opening paragraphs of a study in a section called the statement of the problem. It may consist of a single sentence or several sentences. Distinguish between a research problem and other parts of research. The research problem is distinct from the topic of a study, the purpose, and the research questions. The topic is the subject matter of the study, the purpose statement sets forth the intent of the study, and the research questions raise questions that the researcher will answer based on data collected in the study. Criteria for deciding whether a problem can and should be researched. Before designing and writing about the problem, researchers need to consider whether it can and should be studied. The researcher must have access to people and sites and possess the time, resources, and skills to study the problem. The study needs to contribute to knowledge and practice. The difference between quantitative and qualitative research problems. Research problems best studied using the quantitative approach are those in which the issue needs to be explained. Problems best addressed by the qualitative approach are those that need to be explored. The 5 elements of a statement of the problem section. The statement of the problem section or the introduction to a study includes 5 elements: the educational topic, the research problem, a justification for the problem based on past research and practice, deficiencies or shortcomings of past research or practice, and the importance of addressing the problem for diverse audiences. This is an ideal order for these sections. Strategies useful in writing the statement of the problem section. Several writing strategies assist in this process of designing and writing a statement of the problem section. These strategies include writing the elements of this section in order using a template as a guide, using ample citations to the literature, and including references to statistical information in quantitative studies and quotes in qualitative studies. Useful information for producers of research. Useful information for consumers of research. Understanding concepts and evaluating research studies. You can test your knowledge by answering the following questions. Examine the first sentence. The narrative hook. Evaluate whether it is an effective narrative hook. Identify and review the research problem. A research problem should be researched if it contributes to educational knowledge or practice. Listed below are 5 ways a study might contribute to knowledge. A. Fills a void or extends existing research. B. Replicates a study with new participants or at new sites. C. Studies a problem that has not been studied or is understudied. D. Gives voice to people not heard. E. Informs practice. 4. If multiple references add a scholarly tone to a statement of the problem section, which article a better scholarly introduction to their study? Why? 5. For an educational topic of your choice, write down the topic, the research problem, your justification for the problem based on practice or research, potential deficiencies in the knowledge about the problem, and the audiences that will benefit from your study. Thanks.